Hello, Golden High School sophomore students. Welcome to Biology with Mr. Oreskovich. Back to school night, get to know who your teacher is and maybe some of the ins and outs of the classroom and what I'm expecting from you. So here we go. To get to know me, I'm a Lakewood High School graduate. Don't hold that against me. Ever since I've moved into Golden, I've loved the community and loved the students, and it's been a great move. I've been here for about 8 years. Prior to that, I was also a CSU grad, and after college, I was a Jefferson County employee for 24 years. Some of that was at middle school, and the last 8 years has been here at Golden. It's been a wonderful experience. Um, Along with that, college education and high school education, I played football. Post college, I also coached. So football, wrestling, and volleyball. I did a lot of other things, but those are the main things I'm interested in. So maybe if students want to connect with me, that's a couple ways to do that. Other ways to connect with me is hobbies. I like anything water, so scuba, rafting, snowboarding. Those are all excellent things. So making relationships and having things to share and talk about. And maybe you don't know or like any of those, and this isn't all of who I am either. So we could definitely share a lot of other things. Some other things that make me who I am, my values. I like to focus on honor, kindness, integrity, compassion, being truthful, honest, having a good work ethic, and maintaining faith and hope. So, those are all the things that I try to live and aspire to through all these activities, whether it's high school, college, or my 24 years of teaching. So, if you have anything else and would like to reach out and connect, my email is right there. You can also get to it by the school website and go on under staff and look for me in that staff list for emails to connect with me. Going on to the next thing is looking at what we're going to be doing in biology. The red box represents the major things that we're going to focus on for semester one. We tend to do a little bit of biochemistry, so an introduction to chemistry with the biology application with that. We do macromolecules, and then that moves us into cell structure and transport. So all these molecules, where do we get them and what do we do with them? And then that leads us into cell processes, which is looking at how they manipulate these atoms and chemicals and basically do day-to-day life. So photosynthesis of cell rest will be one thing that we go into, and then that moves us into other cell processes, which looks at protein synthesis and cell division, which gets us into genetics. The stuff that is not highlighted in red, that will be what we will be doing semester two, most likely. So once again, email me if you have any questions or concerns or comments or ideas, reach out to me. But that's our basic plan for the school year. Other things we need to know is how to handle the classroom. Now, this is a hybrid situation, so there's material that you can use either in class or online. I like hard copies. I like texture. I like being able to do stuff and handle with them in my hands. So having a notebook, paper, colored pencils, we like to do a lot of drawings, a lot of construction, a lot of building of things when we do our experiments, gathering data or drawing and labeling what we see if we have a microscope or if we're going to be doing it online, what we see through a video. So having those items, but also the big stuff is going to have a charged Chromebook, having earbuds. If you're in the classroom, the earbuds are so everybody could be self-paced and do what they need to do. Otherwise, if you're online, if you're going to be a person that's online and being safe, staying at home, you don't have to have earbuds, and you don't actually even have to have the notebook or paper. It depends on whether you like to the texture of handling and working with stuff. The only thing that's different then is in the classroom, I could do hard copies and people could turn it in. Online learners, there's going to be a totally different way to turn in work completed. And of course, we'll have another video that goes over that. With that being said, biology is easy to pass as long as you show up. So whether you're in class or whether you log in online, if it's online, I got to see your smiling little face on the computer. Kind of like you see mine in the corner, I'd see yours too when we start to do those meetings. So be here, either online, logged in, or in a seat, and then try all the work. You might not get everything. It might not be easy, but to try all the work that we give to you. So, I mean, treat it like your friend handing you a new app on a phone, and how you try every button, you figure out how that application or that new, like TikTok, How do you save this or send that or move that? So those are things that I'm going to be looking for. With that being said, then getting an A requires a lot of energy and effort, right? So the idea here is, what are you doing to be superior? What are you doing to be above average? What are you doing to stand out that other people aren't? So if you're just doing what's being asked of you, are you doing that next thing to go above and beyond A and B? With that being said, if you need any help, the resources are going to be there time after school, Fridays, whether you're absent or whether you're just not getting material, make sure that you're reaching out to me. Email me and attend the little help sessions that we tend to have, right? Remember, I've been through school. Your parents have already been through school. This is your opportunity. And we're going to ask you to struggle through that process. So it's an investment, not just a sacrifice, right? And as you can see, the grades, this is how you're going to begin it. There's going to be weekly attendance. There's weekly assignments. We're going to be doing some experiments. So how we type that up or how we demonstrate that we learned something, whether it was online or in classroom. And then ultimately there's going to be quizzes that are just checking our knowledge as we go, prepping us for the exams at the end. Then projects and the final, those will be things that we can talk about later also. So that's kind of how the hybrid classroom is going to look, what kind of grades are going to come from and what I'm looking for there. Next item. As a teacher, parent, guardian, whatever it is, what can we do? What do we need to be alert to? Being punctual is an important life skill. Being productive, doing the work that's been assigned to you.
This is Blake. If you're in the building, please call 24221.
How are we supposed to make videos? Okay, so how can you support all that? Or how can we evolve? Make sure that you're knowing the ins and outs of Schoology, or you're having somebody show you the ins and outs. We'll be making videos on all the how-to for different aspects of Schoology. But likewise, the same thing goes for Parent Portal, Campus. How do you know your grade? What do you know? How do you know if something's missing? How can you improve your grade if that's what you're looking for? How do I check attendance and whether I've been marked on time or present or tardy or how that works. So make sure you know those two items and you're using them weekly. Schoology, Campus, right? Everything else, pretty much just encouraging interactions, talking about what we're doing, talking about how it applies to life outside of school. We tend to say real world, but school is real world. We're practicing the skills that we need to so we can apply them outside of the classroom. All right. Everything else you can kind of see. So hopefully that makes sense to you. Once again, email me always, talk to me, and you get more flies with sugar than you do with vinegar. So be nice. It's a growing change. As long as I see you and we're connecting, I'll work with you. So work with me, I'll work with you, and let's just make sure we spread a little bit of kindness as much as we can as we try to struggle through whatever obstacles might encounter us throughout the semester. To continue with that, questions, comments, this is where you can email me. But some things that kind of go along with that is just what I live by. So read through that. I like to try to act justly, to be fair, to be honest. I try to be as humble as I can. I'm not going to be perfect. I'm going to make mistakes. And then I try to give as much forgiveness as I can when others make mistakes. But at some point, we do have to be accountable and own our actions and make the most of our opportunities, right? Which gets to the idea of approach everything that we're doing in class with an open mind. And then find out what you do enjoy, what you don't enjoy. And then ultimately, there's still things that, a lot of us wouldn't want to pay taxes if we didn't have to, but what would we lose if we didn't pay taxes? So doing some of the tasks, you might not like it, do the best you can to grunt through it and overcome that obstacle. So I hope you enjoy my class. You might not enjoy every aspect, but let's do the best that we can. All right. And that's the end of the presentation. So if we were in here, the bell would ring and you'd be moving from one classroom to the next room. But now it's just me. So have a great evening. And once again, I look forward to seeing you or hearing from you digitally or in person. Take care.